AI text.
Jim, do black men marry white women because of the nature of black women? I know in some of our earlier conversations you mentioned that the black women you've met have been uptight. What do you mean by that?
Well, I'll answer the one question. What do I mean by uptight? Going toward a more militant attitude about their own identity. And in many ways are way ahead of the black man because I don't know why, but in many ways are replacing the black man. There's a whole, there's an almost unfeminine aspect of the black militant woman.
Okay. So I know you already heard that. I mean, let's keep it 100. Do I think that in ways the black woman is ahead of the black man? Most certainly. I think that's by systematic design, though. I think that when you look at a lot of corporate places, when you look at a lot of different businesses, they will, for the diversity hire, they will take a black woman and put her in that position, but they won't put a black man, especially in corporate. And that's no knock to black women because we appreciate y'all for being militant. We appreciate y'all for, taking the opportunities and advancing our culture and really taking the lead within our culture because a lot of us as black men have failed to do so. So I do think, that black women are a little bit more militant and a little bit more headstrong maybe than other women. But when you look at our culture and what has taken place over time, they have demasculated the black man, stripped him of, I feel like, a sense of self, a knowledge of self, and therefore the woman has been the breadwinner in the family due to the systematic oppressions that have been put on black men. But not only that, but due to black men's ignorance as well. Black men don't want to, at this point in time, I think a lot of us don't want to be the man of the house. We say we want to be the man of the house, but we don't have the tools to be. We don't have the discipline. That's one thing that we lack. We don't have the work ethic, right? We don't have the emotional control. We don't have the emotional intelligence to lead our partners, not only financially, but emotionally, right? You need that work ethic to be able to say, I'm going to work hard for us, and I'm going to be disciplined. So I'm going to clock in and do this every day. And then also you need that emotional intelligence and that emotional stability to be able to keep everything together while at times, women move like the water. So they might be in an uproar today and tomorrow they might be, very shallow pool. So it really just depends. And so being a man, you have to be able to kind of take control financially as well as emotional and combine those into one. And I think that due to things like mass incarceration, due to things like the crack epidemic, due to things like hip hop being, one of the biggest genres of music, those things have taken black men and put them in a different direction. Meanwhile, black women have stayed on the course of trying to better the culture and the community. And so I think that's what you're seeing now. So James Earl Jones, and I think the result of that is black women being to a certain degree upset because, when they look out here for their white counterparts and they look at the men they're with or their Spanish counterparts and they look at the men they're with, those men seem to have it more together. Now, we obviously know, within the economy, people are sort of doing the same all around. But I think black women's gripe is that they look at other men and cultures with their women and they have more of that financial stability as well as that emotional stability, which gives that man the ability to lead his home a little bit better. And I think black women, to a certain degree, are more militant because of that. So while we can sit up here and 100% blame black women for being more militant or more strong, we also have to blame ourselves as black men for creating the circumstances to a certain degree for them to have to be that way. With all the systematic oppressions that we've had, we could still turn it around and be that man that leads financially and emotionally. But we still are carrying a chip on our shoulder. We're still walking around with a lot of the same excuses, while the black woman, to a certain degree, doesn't have those excuses. She's not necessarily using those excuses. She's out there going and getting it. Let's keep it 100,